Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Monday the 26th of June. Welcome to another week, people. We've got some new mods and we've got some updates. The updates are the Pertinger Top 611A by AgriKevolution Austria, the 2017 Pickup Police by Farm Mods TV, the Lizard MSL3500 by Gian FS, the Pertinger Hit 690N by AgriKevolution Austria, the Pertinger Hit 47N by AgriKevolution Austria, the Pertinger Top Pack by AgriKevolution Austria, and the Windmill by the Lort have all had updates. I'm going to start with the Pitchfork Pack. This is by KxuyLS, 2.77 megabytes download, one slot each on console. We have three. We've got a bale fork, bale spike, we've got a pallet fork, and we've got a silage bucket that does forage crops. So it will do manure, silage, Tomic's ration, straw, hay, grass, those kind of things. It won't do absolutely everything. That's got a 600 litre capacity. So these you'll find under miscellaneous. It does say in the description on the Mod Hub website under bale loaders, but it's actually under miscellaneous when you come into the Mod Hub to find them. So 600, 600 and 800 to buy. Slot counts are 1 anyway. Options, we can change the main colour to anything on that palette, and then the tine colour to anything on that palette. Same with this one with the same colour palette, and same with the tine colour. And then the manure fork with a 600 litre capacity, as you can see, grass, hay, straw, manure, silage. Oh, it doesn't do Tomic's ration. That surprised me. And chaff. I thought it would. Main colour does the back section, and then design colour does that section. You can't change the tine colour on this one. So, jumping out tractor. So we've got up and down, and tilt, forwards and backwards. You can do manually, the same if you've got the front, back, wherever you've got it. But you can also raise and lower automatically, L1 and circle. But you'll notice if I put that level now, it doesn't maintain level. So when you come down, it will tilt away. So when you get to whatever position you want it in, it just needs to do a bit of manual adjustment, but it will go right the way down like that. If I disconnect the front one, up. "600 litres of straw goes a jolly long way." I don't want to tip it too far forward in case you start losing stuff off of it. Okay, we're getting there. 500. Last 2 litres, come on. Oh, that's impressive. We've gained an extra litre. That's cool. Anyway, that's the Pitchfork Pack by KxuyLS. Next to that, we have got this. This is the Stoll F30, this by Gamingflo, 1.94 megabytes download, 2 slots on the console. It's just the front loader. Now this does say it works better with Stoll attachments, so most of the tractors have got Quick and Hauer. Some modded tractors, including ones by Gamingflo, there's a Hurleyman, what's the other one, and it does have a Stoll attacher, so it will work and look better with the Stoll attachment. It will still attach. I think I've got a quick attachment on that one and it still works perfectly well. So we go to our front loaders. Slot count will come down from 2 to 1. And change the main colour to anything on that palette. That's it. It doesn't come with any other bit of stuff with it. It's just this. I've got this on a medium tractor and it works fine. Small tractors it might be a little bit large. I was worried that on a medium it wouldn't come right the way down to the ground, but it comes pretty much all the way down. And yeah, it does the job. That's the Stoll F30 by Gamingflo. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the small brick house. This is a farmhouse. It's by is it Raider? Yes, by Raider. It is 11.73 megabytes download, 25 slots on console, 45,000 to buy. You'll find it under build mode and farmhouses. We can't go into the building, but we do have our wardrobe trigger here just by the benches, and our sleep trigger just at the front there, in front of the building. It's nicely detailed, it's got a gritty realism to it, with a few decorative objects around the side of it as well. Slot count will come down from 25 to 2 for any subsequent one you get, but it's 45 grand, as I said. That's the small brick house by a Raider. Next we've got these lovely racks. Now these are under the same guise as pallet and bale storage, but they only do pallet storage. And when I say they only do pallet storage, they do pretty much everything, including big bags as well, which is pretty cool. They will do 14 per rack. So if you like storing stuff on racks but find placing stuff up there with pallet forks and stuff is a bit of a pain and it gets on your nerves, this could be just the thing you're looking for. So storage racks. This is by AgriKevolution, 1.18 megabytes download, 2 slots for the first one, 1,000 to buy. That's all for each rack. Like I said, it will hold 14. If we go over here, I've got 12 out of 14 on there at the moment. As you can see, we've got part of the platinum expansion as well. We've got bird houses, so we'll take platinum expansion stuff. Bird houses, cakes, we've got seed pallets. This one we've got big bags of solid fertilizer. We've got wool pallets. We've got some herbicide up the top there. We've got flour. We've got grapes in containers. We've got eggs. We've got barrels from the platinum expansion. So it takes pretty much everything. Putting in, you need to come forward of this marked box here, and it will take them automatically from you there. And then if we come to this point here and click on that, it will go through everything you've got in there. And if you want to take anything out, you can choose however many you want of each one, press start, and that's where they'll come out to. I think they're brilliant. Just takes that stress and hassle out. And some of the pallet and bale storage buildings are quite big. These you could probably just put right out of the way, up in the corner, in the yard, or there's plenty of shelters and buildings and stuff. You could probably put them under the sides of a shelter just to increase your storage capacity for various different objects. So you'll find this under build mode and silos. Just there, slot count will come down to 1 for only £1,000. You can't odds that at all, can you? Storage racks by AgriKevolution. Moving on from there, we've got these. This is the concrete-free land silo pack by RLSF modding. 7.07 megabytes download, 6 slots each, and we've got a large one for 40,000 and a smaller one for 20,000. Now I've put 300,000 litres of chaff went into these, but so each one's holding 300,000. Just to give you an idea, the small one, I'm not right at the front. I do like this to get rid of all those juices, to get it all out of there. So yeah, 300,000 litres, and we're maybe halfway. So this could take 600,000-700,000 litres maybe. I don't know if it got up to 1 million. That's about as high as it goes at its peak. And then this one, the larger one, that's 300,000 litres as well. But because it's wider, I mean, I reckon 1.2, 1.5 million, do you reckon? Just thinking, if that's 300, 900 little on top, yeah, maybe a little over 1 million possibly. Under build mode, and also silos, just there, 40 grand and 20 grand, and slot counts will come down from 6 to 1 for each of those. These only place at 90-degree angles. You can't rotate them at any angle you want. They will only place at 90 degrees. And then obviously you'll need to compact them, and then you can cover them when they're done. That's the concrete free land silo pack by RLSF modding. Next we've got the pack sheds BR Brazil by Frits. I think it's Brazil, isn't it? 8.55 megabytes download, 5 slots for the, I'll say larger one. The shelters are exactly the same. This has just got a brick building on the back of it. 5 slots and 4 slots, 20,500 to buy, 15,500 to buy. You find these under build mode and sheds. Just there, slot counts will come down to 1 for both of them. There's no lighting on these, but as with all storage and sheds, I'm always kind of say you could put this and this in it. You can put whatever you want in them. Whether you put pallets or anything, or small machinery, vehicles, mowers, whatever you like. and then this one that doesn't have the brick bit on the back. Just there. That's the pack Sheds BR by Frits. Next we've got this. This is nice as well. This is the old wooden barn by ikas. It is 5.96 megabytes download, 6 slots on console, 25,000 to buy. Again, build mode and sheds just next door to that one there. Slot count comes down to 1. Doors there. The doors there. We do have a light switch just inside here. Very nice indeed. Nice bit of space for 25 grand. Nicely made, nicely detailed. Nice bit of kind of weathering. It looks like it's been there a while. It's not freshly painted kind of thing. The old wooden barn by ikas. Moving on. We have got... oh yeah, the cow barn old. We'll get to that in a moment, or in a little while. Cow barn old. It's by celobuki. It's 15.51 megabytes download. 20 slots on console, 80,000 to buy, and it will hold 140 cows. And he said pigs then. An old cow barn that holds pigs. I suppose you could repurpose your old cow barn to whatever you like. Again, weathering on this, that kind of slightly sort of algae, mossy look down the bottom, bit of weathering, dirt that's been splashed up against it. It's a nice looking one, this. Slurry point is at the front here. Got another covered area for, again, bales and stuff you would imagine for doing term extraction, but again, whatever you want. Straw maybe for bedding. Doors that open either end. Milk point is here. Your feed trigger and your bedding trigger is along inside here. So open the door at the other end, and as you can see, we can turn on and off our shed lights. Nice bright lighting, and that also includes lighting round under here. All controlled from one point. And then we've got our water point just here. So this one isn't automatic with water. You've got to put water in. Dialogue box for the animals is just there for your 140. I've put 10 in there. What we've also got is a built-in manure heap. So we've got a slurry point, but we've also got a manure heap in here. I think the lighting for that's automatic. I couldn't find a light switch for that. And I'm pretty sure when I turned all the rest of the lighting on, they didn't come on. No, so I think those are going to be automatic at night. Yeah, that one didn't come on either. So I'm assuming, unless I've missed a light switch somewhere, the external lighting, I will double check in case I've missed one at this end or something. I don't think I have. So, under build mode, animals, our cows, as I said, 80,000. Slot count will come down from 20 to 1. But anyway, very awful. Left the gate open. Don't want to do a runner, do we? So that's the cow barn old by celobuki. Next we have got, oh, here they are. I can't remember where I put them. We've got these. This is the Lizard Tolva 8TT pack by JDModding.org. 7.81 megabytes download, 3 slots for this one, 5 slots for this one. This one does have an auger pipe with it, so if you're doing things like seed fertilizer into planters, seeders, or if you just particularly want a pipe to offload whatever it is you're doing, they take pretty much everything. So it's not that if you have that, it only acts as an auger wagon. As far as I could tell, when I took it under the binding thing silo, it will take crops and stuff as well when you've got the pipe on it. They do have rear trailer hitches, as you can see. You can then hook them together in a chain. 10,000 litres each is what they will hold. You'll find them under trailers, and again for a 10,000 litre capacity, these are gravity wagons, so they come out of the bottom onto a chute. 5 grand and 6 grand. Yeah, so both of them, they take pretty much everything, which is rather cool. So we've got the option of, now there's no tyre choices within these, but we do have Lizard, Trelleborg, Continental, Michelin, back to Lizard again. Main colour is the main bulk of the vehicle. If I just go into design colour first, that's a stripe around the side. So if I do that, that's the stripe. So main colour, let's say change it to that. Design colour, or you can have them both the same. If you don't want to stripe around it, you just match those up and have them exactly the same. And then rim colour, anything on that palette, and license plate option 2, and then the Tolva CTD8TT, which is the one that's got the auger on the side of it. Same options for tyres, same options for main colour, design colour, and our rim colour. So, unloading. Unload here. Oh, that's interesting. Why is it? I was on the wrong one. Oh no. Oh, it was all going so well to that point. I'm thinking, that's weird. I can hear a noise. That's what I wanted to be on. There we go. That's the unload. Right, let's try this one again, shall we? Let's try forward. Let's pretend there's not a load of mess on the floor there. So, unfold the pipe on this one. Unfold tipper. So as you can see, it will, I mean that was done on purpose obviously, so if you haven't got the pipe out it will unload normally as a normal gravity wagon. Tip side grain door, tip side back. I'm assuming tip side back then, because there we go. So if you want it to come out of the pipe, you want to go onto tip side back. Tip side grain door will do the grain door whether the pipe's extended or not, but the fold and unfold of the pipe. Very neat, very tidy, nice mod, great price, £5 grand and £6 grand. Yeah, and then if you follow the instructions we finally got to, you won't make a mess like I did. That's the Lizard Tolva 8TT pack by JDModding org. Next we have this. This is the Lizard 732 by Valek. 5.81 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 3.7 meters wide. It doesn't have any options. You'll find it under tools and disc arrows. It's a disc arrow, so you can see it's got discs on it. And the slot count will come down from 7 to 1. Like I said, no options. It requires 80 horsepower to pull it, so that, I mean, that's a bit overkill for what we need here, but 80 horsepower. Disc arrows, generally speaking, shallow cultivate. Drop it down, as you can see. So if you're doing it after you've harvested, you'll get shallow cultivation. Won't bring up any stones, it will look like that. But if you're doing it over a field, if you wanted to, again, you don't have to, you can seed directly into a ploughed field, but some people do prefer, when they've done their ploughing, to do it a little bit more realistic and get a smoother seed bed. So it will cultivate like that. Obviously I've already got stones on the floor, but it won't bring these stones up. It will shallow cultivate over a ploughed surface. Like that. 3.7 meters wide. The 732 by Valek. Next we have this. This is the John Deere W series by Melody98, 15.01 megabytes download, 21 slots on console. Now this mod is just this. I have bought this out to put on the front of it, but this is the standard in-game header. This doesn't come with a header or a header trailer, it's just the harvester. Nice looking bit of kit. You'll find it under vehicles and harvesters. 225,000 for the base model. Slot count will come down from 21 to 1. We can have it 255 horsepower, 290 horsepower, 320 or 350. If you go for 350, it only adds 15 grand on for the extra horsepower. So if you're on hilly terrain or somewhere where you just feel you need a bit more oomph, or you're going to try to run possibly slightly larger headers than you may be, you might need a bit of extra horsepower, so it'll go up to 350. Then we've got the option of a Trelleborg, Michelin, PKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. Each one of these has a standard and a wide option. And back again. Then we've got Starfire None. We've got Starfire 6000 with RTK. We've got Starfire 7000 with RTK, and then back to None. And then we've got license plate option there as well. Start it up. Beacons. Lights. Unfold the harvester. Put your pipe out. I'm sure this had a light on the pipe, didn't it? I'm sure that came in with the lights. There you go. Light on the pipe as well. Put the pipe back in. Enable or disable straw swath. And then we do also have a door that opens as well. Interior. Lovely. I love that bit of dust coming out the top. Look at that. So there you have it. That's the John Deere W Series by Melody 98. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. And it's this. This is the Sweet Bakery. This is by Chenben, 6.65 megabytes download. We've got the main bakery itself. We've got some extra products that this can make. That's 32 slots, 70,000 to buy. And then we've got the sell point that comes with it. Now this does other things as well as just the things that come from the bakery. As you can see, we've got some lettuce and strawberries and eggs and stuff like that. That's 14 slots and 15,000 to buy it for the sell point. If we come over and have a look at the various different things, dare I use the word artisan? Oh, artisan bakery. It does say there's a bit of graffiti as well. Now I'm sure that says the chocolate will win, the chocolate wins. Something along those lines, isn't it? Anyway, yes, there's a bit of graffiti on the walls. This requires, well, it will run a normal bakery, so it will do bread and it will do cakes. It requires flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, strawberries. This takes raisins as well because it can do raisin bread, and chocolate for pain au chocolat as well. Putting in is done here. Taking out where the pallet spawns around the back. Now it does say that, I love that kind of loading dock on the back as well, that's pretty cool, that it loads onto pallets, not obviously individually, because the polygons required for doing the croissants and things like that, there are quite a lot of them. What else did it say? Oh yeah, in the description for this. Now this will take, actually let's go have a look in the manage option here first. So bread, cake, croissant, great bread, raisin bread, and pain au chocolat, chocolate bread. It will take 150,000 litres. If we go right to the top, it will take 150,000 litres of flour. All the others 25,000 litres. As you can see, we have some products going, and I'm going to speed this up because what I normally do is I'll do a production like this at the start of the mod review. By the time I get to the end of the mod review, I forget to speed up time and see what the pallets look like. So that's why I've left this to last today. But it does say in the description, it said production speed and costs. It says production speeds are higher. I did read that somewhere, didn't I? Yes, beware that some chocolatine advocates have vandalised some of your posters. Please note the basic productions, bread and cakes, are being produced at an accelerated rate. Then further down it says bread 9,600 cycles per month. Great bread 9,600, croissant 9,000. It says all of them 9,600 cycles per month. But here, that says 2,160. That says 192. As does that, as does that. So I'm not sure where the 9,600 cycles per month has come from. The bread is definitely running faster than the others. How accelerated? I can't remember what stat. Actually, not to do. Let's go with production. That's the easiest way to find out, isn't it? Let's put that on. Come out of there. Go back onto that. What's the standard one run at? 2160, 192? No, that's 2160. It's running the same cycles. Bread 10 to 5. Bread 2. Okay, so the recipe's a little bit higher, so that's why it'll run faster. Because that's going 10 to 5. That's going 2 to 1. So it is the same ratio, but there's a higher recipe. More coming in the recipe. And same with the cake. What we've got 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 across the board. 2, yeah. So it's double, pretty much. So what I'm going to do then, I've got them all running. Let's speed up time a little bit and see what these pallets look like. So here we are. I skipped ahead to the morning. By the time it had got to the point where they were all done, and the last one to be finished was the raisin bread, the pan au raisin. It was about 8 o'clock at night, so it was pitch black, so I've skipped ahead to the morning. So our bread looks like our bread usually does, our cake looks like the cakes usually do, and then we've got the pallets here of our pain au chocolat, we've got a croissant and a pan au raisin. That's right, isn't it? The other thing to look at, of course, is the pricing for said objects. If we go to here, so our croissant per 1,000 litres, around the 5,000 mark. The market stall, which is what comes with the pack, 5,138. Great bread, 4,026, and the chocolate bread, 5,000. Well, the chocolate bread's worth a few pfennigs, as my dad used to say, 5,756 at the market stall, and then the prices will vary depending on what sell points you've got on the map. The potential will take them to sell everything one, as you can see, does. Now, as far as where you find them, because I haven't shown that either, under production, under factories, 70 grand slot count will come down from 32 to 2 for the baker itself, and under sell points out on the end there, the slot count will come down from, what was that, 14 down to 1 for the market stall sell point as well. So there you go, the Sweet Bakery by Chenben. We do have a new mod map out today, which I'll try to get as much done as I can tonight, but I'll probably post tomorrow morning now. That's Big Flats, Texas by TK Farms. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.